Hey there, Aaron here with Grow On. Today we're going to talk about a few reasons why your lawn isn't greening up like it should in the spring and you live in DFW. So whether you have St. Augustine, Bermuda, or Zoysia, and if you're maintaining your lawn at a height that's out of the recommended range, you're going to have a heavy thatch problem in the spring. And so that's really the number one reason why what I'm seeing the lawns aren't greening up like they should. So if you mow your Bermuda grass at over 1.5 to 2 inches, you're going to have a heavy thatch problem and it's going to come in slow. If you have St. Augustine and you're maintaining at anywhere from 3.5 to 5.5 inches and you didn't scalp your lawn in the spring and bag all the clippings, your yard is going to be really bad. So I'm going to show you some footage of a lawn that we dethatched earlier in the spring, and this applies to St. Augustine, Bermuda, or Zoysia. So I'm going to go over the recommended mowing heights for each grass right now. All right, so Bermuda grass, 1 to 2 inches. If it's a hybrid, 1.5 or under. Zoysia grass, 1 to 2 inches. St. Augustine, 2 to 3 inches. Now, I would rather you mow on the lighter side of the recommended range to avoid a heavy thatch. In the spring, our yards are just coming out of dormancy and all that dead grass has to be grown through, and that's a real problem. Now, I have a large lawn at my house and it's non-irrigated. I mow my yard at 1.75 inches. And I don't have any of these issues. And when I come out in the spring, I drop my mower blade down to 1.5 inches because that's as far as my mower will go. And I mow it for the first time sometime at the end of March. And so my yard is at 1.5 inches, and then it can heat up a lot better than a yard that has 3 or 4 inches of dead grass sitting on top. Because the sun's gonna penetrate, water and nutrients are gonna get down in there. There's not a heavy thatch problem. So make sure you mow your lawn a lot shorter, and you go a long way of avoiding all the springtime, why is my yard not greening up like I should? So throughout the growing season, mow at your recommended height and don't mow it above that because it gets detrimental to your lawn if you mow outside the range. So again, Bermuda 1 to 2 inches, Zoysia 1 to 2 inches, and then your St. Augustine, you can go up to 3. Somewhere in that 2 to 3 range is fine. If you can get it down to the lower end of the range, that would be better, and you'll have less work to do in the spring when it comes time to scalp your lawn. Now let's talk about scalping your lawn. Every year our grass goes dormant, and so you have a thick layer of dead grass that needs to be removed for an early spring green up. And so if you haven't done that, your lawn is going to be anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks behind the lawns that have. And if you mow your grass at the higher end of the range or even out of the range, you have even more of a job to do. So today I want to show you some footage of a lawn that we did earlier in the year that we dethatched it. It should have been scalped, but we don't mow lawns, or we don't dethatch either, but we volunteered to dethatch this yard to show our customers in the world that if you mow your yard too tall, it creates a massive thatch problem, and it's no joke. And here's an example of it. So keep your mowing height at the correct height for its lawn type, and you'll be a lot better off. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See you on the next one.